This is what someone will do if they find you attractive. Most of the time, people aren't going off giving 1,000 compliments, but here are some subtle signs that they find you attractive. Number 1, when they see you, they either raise their eyebrows or they smile, and I'll show you what it looks like. Or like this. Number 2, if someone also finds you attractive, it's going to be hard for them to look away when they're talking to you. So whenever you're talking, it's going to be hard for them to look away. They may look like this. This is so funny. And then number 3, it can be different for men and women because we respond a little bit differently. So for men, if they see you smiling and you look their way, they'll immediately give you a smile back. Most women do this too. And I think this one is somewhat a little bit common, but if you are in a room with someone and you find that they are looking at you, so it's not necessarily staring at you, but you just feel someone looking at you, and when you look over, they're glancing either somewhere in your area, their head is turned towards you, and their eyes are somewhere else. Chances are they're staring at you. Or number 2, you look enough times and you see that they are staring at you. Probably find you attractive. And last but not least, they are making ways to get closer and closer to you. So if you're dancing, they may be moving towards you. If you're at the gym, they may be moving towards you. Now, I promise you everything that I just listed is like 95% gonna happen if someone finds you attractive.
Signs she is flirting with you and not just being nice. 1, if she stares at you from afar and then you guys make eye contact and she continues to look at you and smile, she wanted you to look. 2, she'll say something to jokingly tease you, and if you reciprocate that energy and you guys keep going, it's kind of like a back and forth. She'll be smiling the entire time you guys are talking. Notice her eyebrows will be raised. While you're talking, while jokingly teasing her, she'll be holding back her laughter, tilting her head and smirking, all while maintaining eye contact. She might even bite her lip here and there. 3, she will find any reason to talk to you. She will literally go out of her way to create a conversation with you. 4, she'll think everything you say is funny. And 5, to kind of piggyback on number 4, when she is laughing, she'll get a little physical. She'll jokingly push you away. And 6, she will find any reason to kind of just touch your arm. I don't know what it is, but when us ladies want to flirt, if we're going to try and physically touch you, it's going to be your arm.
So are you gents curious about the little known signs that you'll see when a woman likes you? Well, you've come to the right place. This is Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating style and personal development. So if you're into becoming a better version of yourself, definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Just go ahead and do it. We release new videos daily at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So for today's topic, we are going over the top 5 signs that a woman is choosing you. So first and foremost, what are choosing signals? These are indicators of interest that women send out to men when they do find, that particular man appealing, when they find him attractive, and, really when there might be some interest there. So, really you want to view these in clusters. So the idea is to not see one sign and, jump the gun and say, oh, she likes me. The idea is to see several signs, ideally in succession, and this can give you confidence that she does in fact like you. And then at that point, you can make an approach. You could wave her over to you like this here. I've done that plenty of times in the past as well. So, there's plenty of different ways that you can handle that situation, but really the idea is to do something to make that approach, to wave her over quickly, because if you hesitate, there's a good chance that you'll miss that opportunity altogether. So, with that out the way, let's go ahead and get into some of these signs. So for sign number 1 of some of the things you'll see when a woman likes you, that is going to be that she engages you in conversation. So, I know this is kind of obvious to a lot of you guys, but, it's worth stating because, if a woman engages you in a conversation and this is her way of kind of shooting her shot, if you don't do anything, if you don't pick up what she's putting down, that conversation can end rather abruptly, and you might not know why. And I know a lot of guys struggle with this because they might be, dealing with different insecurities in their head. So they might be thinking, oh, she's just being friendly. But in a lot of cases, when they do make that conversation, when they do make that first step, that is them shooting their shot. And to illustrate, I actually have a quick story or quick example for you. So, not too long ago, I was out and, I went out to a particular Starbucks. So at the Starbucks, I'm just hanging out. I was in the line and, I was looking outside because they have, the big windows. So I'm able to see everything that's going on outside. And I saw this really, really cute woman walking by. So, I hop out of line and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and say what's up to this woman. So I ended up talking to her, chatting her up a bit, and we ended up exchanging information and such. Make my way back into the Starbucks, and there was this police officer woman that had been watching the whole interaction. So, I'm seeing her and she's like kind of staring me down at this point because she just watched that whole interaction take place. And I knew very quickly that she was in fact interested. So, that entire time that I'm waiting in line, she's, continuously trying to make eye contact with me. And, I wasn't really super into it. So, I'm trying to just stay focused on what I'm doing, making my way to the front. And eventually she ends up coming right over to me and actually making an approach. But what she says was a little indirect. She said something along the lines of, oh yeah, you have on a really nice outfit. Like, yeah, you have a great sense of style about you. But what this did is that it gave me the opportunity to do something, make an approach, or, lead the conversation to me asking her out or getting her information if I wanted to do that. But when she came up, she kind of said what she had to say. The conversation was rather short and it kind of ended abruptly right then and there. So, I wanted to make this first because I did want to highlight that when situations like those occur, you definitely have to do something quickly. You have to lead it or show that you are interested rather quickly because it can end abruptly. So definitely something to pay attention to. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars family and consider checking out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for free resources, Gentlemen and Scholars merch, book recommendations, consultation services, and our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, where you'll learn personal development tips on how to build a successful life and become the gentleman of your dreams, style tips to develop an eye-catching, attractive, and unique personal avatar, and dating tips to attract, court, and keep the woman of your dreams. Visit the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for more. Now back to the video. So speaking of initiating, sign number 2, that is going to be initiating contact. So, if a woman likes you, in a lot of cases, they will initiate some sort of contact. So this could be them bumping into you. So if you're at a bar, for instance, and a woman's, looking to get your attention, she might actually bump into you physically to get your attention or get you to look over your shoulder and look at her. It could be that during a conversation that you're having with a particular woman and maybe you're building that comfortability and she's feeling really good about it, she might end up touching, your elbow during that conversation in a playful manner. So these are just some of the things that you may see when a woman does in fact like you. So for sign number 3 on the list of the different signals and signs that you'll see when a woman likes you, that's going to be strong eye contact. So if a woman is really into you and she's a confident woman and she wants to get your attention and she's open and she's available, a lot of times they'll give you strong, piercing eye contact and they won't look away. In fact, they often smile to let you know that, hey, I like what I see and that you can go over and make that approach. It's an invitation. So that's a good cluster there, right? So you have strong eye contact, you have a smile, and then you maybe have blushing, for instance, and then you can be confident that she is in fact interested in you and you can go over and make an approach. All right, so moving right along for sign number 4 on the list, that's going to be remembering insignificant details. So, if you're having a conversation with a woman and, you mention something really minor, and let's say it's a woman behind the counter, let's say at Starbucks, for instance, and, you mention something, it's really minor, it's insignificant, but the next time you come, she ends up mentioning that specific thing that you mentioned, there's a good chance that she does like you or there's some level of interest there. And I would look for some of the other signs that we, some of the aforementioned signs, because there's a good chance that she does in fact like you. You know, if they're remembering specific details, you know, insignificant things, maybe remembering exactly what you wore on a particular day, something to that effect, there's a good chance that they, you know, spend some time thinking about you and that there could be some interest there. And lastly, for sign number 5, that is going to be smiling from afar. You know, if a woman, you know, is kind of looking at you or gazing over in your direction and she's smiling, maybe she's laughing with her friends and then she's looking over at you, you know, there's a good chance that they could be talking about you. And again, if a woman looks in your direction, smiles, and, you know, maybe blushes a little bit, this is in fact an invitation, and at that point you shouldn't hesitate to go over and make an approach. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. If you do have any questions for me, definitely feel free to give a shout. Definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Just go ahead and do it. It's very important, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And definitely let us know, you know, are there some signs that were left off the list that you tend to see? Definitely let us know in the comment section down below. And before I forget, definitely make sure that you check out the Gentleman and Scholar's Ultimate Handbook that I wrote that goes over crucial dating tips, crucial style tips, and just overall personal development tips to 10x your personal growth. So, you know, this is some of the best tips, best information kind of packed all into one handbook. And the idea is to get you really fast progress really quickly. So, you know, you can breeze past your competition and, you know, get that ideal girl of your dreams. So if you want to tighten your game, if you want to, you know, get yourself to that next level, I would highly encourage you to check out the Gentleman and Scholars Ultimate Handbook. You can get the ebook version for free on the Gentleman and Scholars Club website. That's gentlemanandscholarsclub.com. All you have to do is enter your name and email, and it downloads right then and there. But you know, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, hope you enjoyed the video. And check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, free resources, book recommendations, consultation services, and some pretty slick Gentlemen and Scholars merch. GNS hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. Until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, if you enjoyed this video, check out some bespoke video recommendations here and here. And subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars Club.